Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the one vitamin deficiency that's making you tired no matter how much you sleep. So you're getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night, but you still wake up exhausted and feel tired all day long. There's one vitamin deficiency that affects 80% of people and causes crushing fatigue no matter how much you sleep. So can you guess what it is? It's actually vitamin D deficiency, but not for the reasons that you think. My name is Dr. Todd Strong, and what I'm about to reveal to you about the connection between vitamin D and energy will shock you, and you could finally explain why you're tired no matter how much you rest. Now, if you've tried things with vitamin D in the past, then just stick with me because I'm going to give you expected time frames, dosing, and how to do this correctly so that you can regain your energy and get back to normal vitamin D levels. So, if you're new to the channel, my name is Dr. Strong, and if you caught my last video about how eggs give you more energy than coffee, if you didn't catch it, go check that out where I talk about how to eat eggs, how to use them for optimal energy, and how they can fuel your energy better than coffee. So it's already been helping a lot of people shift their morning routines so that they don't get those afternoon crashes and they don't feel tired all day. So today I want to talk to you about something that might be the hidden cause behind your chronic fatigue. If you're getting adequate sleep but you still feel exhausted, if you wake up tired every morning, or if you feel like you're running on empty no matter what you do, this could be the missing piece that you've been searching for. There's the energy sleep paradox, and I want to describe a scenario that probably sounds familiar. You go to bed at a reasonable time and get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. You should wake up refreshed and energized, right? But instead you feel like you've been hit by a truck. You drag yourself out of bed, need multiple cups of coffee just to function, and you feel exhausted throughout the day despite getting enough sleep. You might think that you have a sleep disorder, chronic fatigue syndrome, or that you just need more sleep, but here's what's really happening. Your cells can't produce energy efficiently because they're missing a crucial vitamin that most people think is just for bone health. But vitamin D isn't just the sunshine vitamin for your bones, it's actually a hormone, yes it is a hormone, that controls energy production in every single cell of your body. And when you're deficient, it's like trying to run a car with watered down gasoline. No matter how much you sleep, your cellular engines can't produce the energy you need to feel alive and vibrant. So here's the vitamin D energy connection, and here's what most people don't know about it, is that vitamin D is actually a hormone. So it's not technically a vitamin, it's a steroid hormone. Every cell in your body has vitamin D receptors. It controls the expression of over 1,000 genes, and many of these genes are involved in energy production. Now, how it controls energy is that mitochondrial function. Vitamin D is essential for these mitochondria, your cellular powerhouses, to produce ATP, which is cellular energy. But it also is important for muscle function, and deficiencies can cause muscle weakness and fatigue. It's also important for neurotransmitter production needed for dopamine and serotonin production. Hormonal regulation, such as thyroid function, insulin sensitivity, and cortisol levels. And then immune function, chronic immune activation from deficiency drains energy. And we see this with a lot of autoimmune cases. So now there is a cellular energy crisis when you're vitamin D deficient. Your mitochondria can't produce energy efficiently, your muscles become weak and easily fatigued, and your brain doesn't get the neurotransmitters it needs for alertness. Your hormones become imbalanced, affecting energy regulation, and your immune system works overtime, stealing energy from other processes. This is why people with vitamin D deficiency feel tired even after sleeping 10 plus hours. Their cells literally can't make energy properly. Now, there is a deficiency epidemic, and the shocking statistics are that 80% of people are vitamin D deficient or insufficient. Even in sunny climates, deficiency rates are 60 to 70%. Dark-skinned individuals have even higher deficiency rates, and the problem is getting worse, not better. Now, why is everybody deficient? So, indoor lifestyle, we spend 90% of our time indoors. Sunscreen use, SPF 15 blocks 93% of vitamin D production. Geographic location, above Anyone above the 35-degree latitude, most of the US, can't make vitamin D from sun exposure for 4 to 6 months of the year. And then age, vitamin D production decreases by 75% from age 20 all the way up to 70. Now, skin color does play into this. The darker skin requires 10 times more sun exposure to make the same amount of vitamin D. And now wait, vitamin D gets trapped in fat cells, making it unavailable. And then gut health, poor digestion reduces vitamin D absorption. So the modern trap is that our ancestors spent their time outdoors and had vitamin D levels 2 to 3 times higher than modern humans. And we've created a lifestyle that virtually guarantees vitamin D deficiency, then wonder why we're all exhausted. Now, here are the fatigue symptoms. With vitamin D deficiency, it doesn't just cause general tiredness, it creates a specific pattern of fatigue symptoms. So physical fatigue is waking up tired despite adequate sleep, muscle weakness and aches, feeling like your limbs are heavy, getting winded easily during normal activities, and needing to rest frequently throughout the day. It also creates mental fatigue, so brain fog and difficulty concentrating, memory problems, feeling mentally cloudy or slow, difficulty making decisions, and lack of motivation or drive. There's also emotional fatigue that comes with this. Depression, especially seasonal depression or SAD, seasonal affect disorder, anxiety and irritability, feeling overwhelmed by normal tasks, loss of interest in activities you used to enjoy, and mood swings or emotional instability. There's a vicious cycle that comes with this. So vitamin D deficiency causes fatigue. Fatigue makes you less likely to go outside. Less sun exposure worsens deficiency. Fatigue gets worse, and the cycle continues. Many people with chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, or depression actually have severe vitamin D deficiency as the root cause. Now, the wrong testing problem. Here's a major issue. Most doctors either don't test for vitamin D or they use the wrong reference ranges. The standard test is 25-hydroxyvitamin D, and that is the correct test, but the normal ranges are dangerously low. Most labs say 30 nanograms per milliliter is sufficient, but this prevents deficiency diseases but doesn't optimize energy. Now, here are the optimal ranges. Deficient, if you're below 20 nanograms per milliliter, this is severe fatigue guaranteed. Now, if you're insufficient, 20 to 30 nanograms, this will cause fatigue. Sufficient, 30 to 50, just basic function, you're not optimizing. And then 50 to 80 is maximum energy and health. Too high is above 100 nanograms, which can cause toxicity. Now, there is an energy sweet spot for this. For optimal energy, you want your vitamin D level to be between 60 to 80 nanograms. Most people with chronic fatigue have levels below 30. Why do doctors miss this? Well, they're trained to prevent disease, not optimize health. The reference ranges are based on preventing rickets, not maximizing energy. Many doctors don't understand the connection between vitamin D and fatigue. They focus on sleep disorders instead of nutritional deficiencies. And here's the right supplementation protocol. Not all vitamin D supplements are created equal, but here's what you need to know. The right form is vitamin D3 cholecalciferol, the same form your skin makes. You want to avoid D2, which is ergocalciferol, and that's less effective and shorter lasting. Liquid or soft gel has better absorption rates than tablets, and with fat, vitamin D is a fat soluble and needs fat for absorption. Now, the right dosages is that for like a maintenance program, 2,000 to 4,000 IUs daily is great for most people. Deficiency correction is between 5,000 to 10,000 daily for 3 to 6 months. Severe deficiency may need up to 50,000. This is where you need to work with a health professional weekly initially. And then individual variation. Some people need much higher dosages just depending on what's going on. Now, there are supporting nutrients for vitamin D. One of them is magnesium, which is required for vitamin D activation, 400 to 600 milligrams daily. Vitamin K2 directs calcium to bones, not arteries, and that's 100 to 200 micrograms per day. Zinc is needed for vitamin D receptor function, 15 to 30 milligrams, and then healthy fats. Take vitamin D with meals containing fat. Now, there are also timing strategies with this. Take in the morning to avoid sleep disruption with your largest meal for best absorption. Consistent daily dosing works better than weekly mega dosing. And then don't take with fiber supplements, which can interfere with absorption. Now, there's also a loading protocol for severe deficiency under 20 nanograms. So weeks 1 through 4, 10,000 IUs daily. Weeks 5 through 12, 5,000 IUs daily. Retest at 3 months and then adjust based on blood levels. But like I said, work with a practitioner, somebody who knows what they're doing, to avoid any types of issues coming about. What you should see and what you need to expect as far as timeline goes is that weeks 1 through 2, that's the initial changes. So slightly better sleep quality, less morning stiffness, subtle mood improvements, and the beginning of cellular repair. Week 3 through 4, noticeable improvements, so waking up feeling more refreshed, better muscle strength and endurance, and improved mental clarity, more stable mood throughout the day. Weeks 6 through 8, significant changes, so consistent energy throughout the day, better exercise tolerance, improved motivation and drive, and reduced need for afternoon naps. Months 3 through 6 are the full benefits, is that optimal cellular energy production, natural sustained energy without stimulants, better stress tolerance, improved immune function, and enhanced mood and mental performance. So some important notes for this are that some people feel better within days. It can take months for other people. The lower your starting level, the longer it takes to see benefits, but consistency is key. Missing doses slows progress. Supporting nutrients can accelerate the progress, which I went over earlier. Here's also a natural sun strategy. While supplements are great and they can be necessary for some people, sun exposure is still the gold standard. Optimal sun exposure is 15 to 30 minutes of midday, so that's between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Expose 40% of your body, arms, legs, and torso. No sunscreen during this time. Stop before you turn pink. Darker skin needs 3 to 6 times longer exposure. Now, there are seasonal challenges with this, so if you're above the 35-degree latitude, little to no vitamin D production through October and March. Even in summer, early morning or late afternoon, sun won't produce vitamin D. And then cloud cover, pollution, and windows block vitamin D producing UV rays. And this is why supplementation is essential for most people. Now, the balance with this is that you want to get safe sun exposure when possible. Supplement consistently year-round. Use sunscreen for prolonged exposure to prevent burning, and don't rely on sun alone unless you live near the equator. But in closing, remember, chronic fatigue isn't normal, and it's not something that you have to accept. When your cells have the nutrients they need to produce energy, you should wake up feeling refreshed and energized throughout the day. Vitamin D deficiency is one of the most common and easily correctable causes of chronic fatigue. Don't let another day go by feeling exhausted when the solution might be this simple. My name is Dr. Strong, and I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to reveal the one habit that's aging you faster than smoking. Okay? If you like these videos, I did change this one up where I don't have like the Word document, but I can go back to that. I wanted to get your advice, see which one you like better, if you like seeing the things that I'm covering, the checklist that I provide. And if you could, please subscribe to the channel. My goal is to help as many people as possible, improve their health, overcome chronic health conditions, and then educate them on true health and healing. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. I appreciate all of your support. Have a great day. Bye-bye.